Alright, as promised, it is a Sunday, and I am here to finish off Dread Delusion. I don't know if it's going to be 3 hours of Dread Delusion left, but we'll play to the end. And like I said, I got some other side stuff I wanted to do a little bit of, so I will be doing that since I got this key, and I think I know where it fits, and that's the first thing we're doing tonight. Checking out to find out where that key fits. Dreadfully delusional streamer.
Our world is long since shattered.
So, last time that we were here in Dread Delusion, we got all the way down finally to the Underrealms. Which is... Wait. Was I not back up to the Overworld? It doesn't matter. I can always just use that over there. But we ended up going all the way down to the Underworld where humanity used to live. Or the, whatever the hell they were called used to live before they destroyed everything down here on the surface and left only the Sky Realms. So I'm here to hopefully fix it, but we will see. So I ended up finding me a key, Emberian Vault key, yeah. An ornate heavy key with a note wrapped around it. The note is hastily scrawled on an old Emberian. You can make out a single world Sky Realm. So, I think that this is a key for somewhere here in the Sky Realms to unlock a bit of treasure. And I know one vault. Oh, not you. Also, how did the Imperium not notice the god just right here? Did they literally not notice the god existing here? Welcome back, human. Yeah, there's even no other dialogue with him, which is kind of weird. But they just didn't notice. They just did not care. Alright, so we gotta go and land again. Well, I guess this sent me straight down, even if it's to the bottom, but I can land the whole ship if I wanted to. It doesn't really matter, since we're just teleporting back and forth to that thing. Wait! Wasn't I at the... Did I not go back to my house in the Clockwork Kingdom? Hold up. Did I not end the game in the Clockwork Kingdom last time? No, I ended it out here. Yeah, okay. I don't know why it loaded me all the way back at the beginning. Huh, odd. Well, alright, so what I gotta do is I have to go to the... get myself a teleporter pad. Because I believe I know the door that the key unlocks in the Clockwork Kingdom. And also the what I assume is going to be in there is I got my greatsword up to the full power and then found out that there's items in each of the side realms that can upgrade the sword to one last final stage. The undead one gave it a lot of extra attack power. The Clockwork one let it get a ranged attack built into it. And the one here from the, I don't know what you technically call the mushroom place, but gave it a spell boosting effect. So the only one I know is the Clockwork Kingdom. And honestly, the Clockwork Kingdom is one I'd probably go for. Since I've been using a mix of ranged and other weapons, I haven't used magic at all. Now, I could just go for stronger melee attacks, but I don't know where in the undead area that would be. So this is just me assuming that's what this key will unlock. But so I'm going to go to where I think I know the vault is in the Clockwork Kingdom. And if it turns out I don't actually know and it was nothing, then oh well, at least I tried. And then we have to go all the way back here again. Because there is no teleportation device near the main fortress, which is very weird that there is no actual thing. So I'm going to make sure I don't use any other save spot, so I can use the home warp spell and we can warp right back in front of the castle again. So there is one all the way at the skull, so that's where we're going to go. But yeah, so we finally got down to the Underrealm. We get to see what the Emberian society used to look like. We fought a bunch of their robots. It's been pretty cool. I really enjoy how the characters that we gather together, our unlikely team, we gather together to go after Vela, is actually going with us. They all are playing different parts too. it's really cool seeing them all work together, and it's nice that they also teleporting along with us, as if they're actively traveling with us as we're doing it. They're not just like waiting for us to get to the very end, and suddenly they're there. Every like some odd checkpoint, they teleport in next to the, and be like, aha, yes, of course we've been with you the entire time. Where else would we have been? Yep, and we put the old god hanging over the city because we made it so the Inquisition could not find him, because he's the god of harvest and the farms, and everybody here starving to death. So even though he will slowly change the people around here to look more like bug-like himself, honestly, it's worth it. It's fine. They'll get used to it. It'll just become normal everyday life. Let's go to Clock Kingdom. Alright. Outside of my house, we will not be hitting the save spot. So I believe there's also another place I never really could get to. Like, there was a mining rig out there that I don't know. I think sometime we were supposed to get a flying machine, but we never did. There's also ports to be able to land, but I never really got a ship. So I don't know if the little cutter that we're using is supposed to count. Three lockpicks. Oh wow, my total lockpicks went up to 22. What made my lockpick total shoot up that much? Huh. Okay, so I believe that I think it was at the back end of his house. Dreamer's Reprieve. I think it was back there. At the back end of that mountain. I know there was a door that I couldn't get into. And by the time we ended, I still didn't know how to get into it. So my guess is that is where I want to go. And fortunately, I don't think I can walk across that ledge without falling to my doom. So the long way it is. I've also said a bunch of times on the stream how it hasn't really gotten that hot. It finally got hot the last 2 days. But it's going to drop. It got into the 80s. However, it's going to drop right back down into the 60s again tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. But I think I'm finally going to get a little bit more of the weather I'm craving. Like the 75 degrees and nice. That's what I'm hoping. Keep these windows open. So it is back around here. Let's see. Does this in fact count for the key to open? Or is it just a quest I never got to or something? Let's find out. Yeah, it is! Sweet. And here is an old Iberian cache. Is it what I think it is? Well, there's some Iberian ore. Arcane Accumulator. An intricate piece of enciphered machinery that permanently boosts your... Oh, it's not what I thought it was, but still pretty neat. That boosts your spellcasting ability. The scribbling of meta cypher that enhances other cypher, is perhaps the most abstruse and elevated of the magical arts. Okay, so not what I thought it was, but still pretty neat. So my question is this the only vault, though? Or is there other vaults around? Which, if there are, I don't know how to get them or where they are. So... Well, it was 98 to you. Well, get your ass down to the beach there, Stormpike. It was only 80 here yesterday. 82, sucker. And today it's 80 as well. Let's drop into the 60s tomorrow. Look at you damn mainlanders. Huh. I bet you wear socks in your shoes. Alright, so I don't... If there are other places like this, I don't know. So I'm not going to go for them, since I don't know if there are any other Iberian vaults. Now, ooh, that's also a good idea. Is the key still here? If the key's gone, then I'll know it was a one-time use. It was a one-time use. Okay. Unlocks the ancient Iberian structure above Rustburg. Past the hollow farmlands. Iberian keys were said to be a mark of status in Iberian society and kept rebel. Yeah, but Rustburg... Yeah, this is the one we used down in the city. Alright. Oh, no, it's here. Iberian vault key. So it's not gone. So it could be used in another place, but I don't know. It's the auto coach key. So if there is, I don't know. But we're back here, back at the main plot area, so let's head back up. Now, I don't think this works, since I think the one way I have to use is here that goes all the way up. Yeah, okay. So I don't know where those items are that further enhance the weapon. Unless it has something to do with, like, how much they like us, maybe, at certain areas. Like, I could get the Apostolic Union maybe give me something. But that would be the spell casting boosting item, if that even is how you get it. Which, once again, I have no idea. I'm assuming it's not how it works anyway. So I am just gonna... Oh yeah, let me grab that buff again from the training room. Armor buff and attack buffs. Don't really need them. I'm pretty strong as it goes so far. This takes us right where we left off with everybody. The ghost opened up a secondary warps point for us to go through. Or wait, what? Isn't this further back? Or did I run all the way back here to use that warp point? Yeah, there's only one here, so... Yeah, this I need one of these items to create it. I thought I was going to get this item to make the Clockwork Greatsword, but nope. And as for Iberian ore, I need, I think, 2 more pieces to upgrade the bow flat, which would be neat to upgrade the bow as well. Or see what it could upgrade to. Assumably it would upgrade to the same things, maybe, but I don't know. What do you mean I can't just smash this door open? There we go. Lockpick, my original skill. Even if there's other ways to open this door, you shall not fail me. D6, stop failing me. There we are. Ooh. Hidden stuff, too. Oh, Empyrean ore. Now, how many of those do I actually have? Is that 2 or 3? Two. Alright, if I can find one more Empyrean ore, I actually can just flat out upgrade the bow to its level 3 of power. Out of your ghost. Quick, I think I haven't done it in a long time. Sneak. And boop. Oh, it was staring at me? It was staring at me the whole time. Okay, this is where I got with the Emberian. With our pal for. And then we cross in the amphitheater. And the AI here didn't even really know that the world had collapsed, since it apparently had not been on since the world ended. Or at least the Emberian world ended. And here we go. Although I swear there was a teleportation tent further down here. Like, I know I went down here. This is where there was another lift I needed to get to take me someplace else. And I chose not to do it because I found that key. Like this, I swear I had completely done this and there was another warp point somewhere. It feels weird that it's not, that I'm back here again. Because everything is still dead. Which I'm also surprised that none of the robots revived. Or ghosts or whatever. Yeah, and that's barred from that side. Presumably we're going to come back down that way then. Here. There's a lift that will take us up to... that the guy in the mech suit wanted us to ride, but if we go further, the captain is there. Yeah, so this is the main one that Frost wanted us to take. That, I'm pretty sure, leads us to the next thing of plot. But then I fought a couple things up here. Which led us around to another tunnel. And this is where... yeah, we ran into him, and this is where I got the key that I went to the Skylands for. Talk to him. So maybe this is what, maybe I forgot about this. Maybe this takes me back up to that other tent. And if I had just paid attention and went the opposite way. Yeah. But this was barred off. Maybe it wasn't actually, maybe since I opened it once, it wasn't actually barred off. Okay. I thought I didn't open this, but this is where it could have gone through. Alright, yeah. We're good. We good. Nothing important was lost. Let's get maybe some max stamina. Hold on, let me drink one of my 35 stamina potions. Who needs to go to sleep when you've got stamina potion? Stamina potion. Does it come in caffeine flavors? No, it only comes in piss yellow. Don't ask about the flavor. It's described in the name. Look, it's two ways to go. It's down to your death, or... the game is obviously giving you two options now. You can choose to end it all, or...
See the tallest tower over yonder, Confessor? I've scried an auto coach at its peak that should take us to the cradle. Be careful making your way across. These platforms look awfully unsteady, and it's a long way down, eh?
Excuse me, sirs. Can I get one of those cannons of yours? It's a cannon that shoots an arrow. You mean a crossbow? No, it's a cannon that shoots an arrow. We call it the cross cannon. I bet you do. Ooh, the third piece of Emberian ore. If I can go back and fix it up, I can get one more smelting device. I actually can upgrade the bow. Ooh. How much does this do anyway? 24. One more Death's Veil, although I haven't really done any alchemy in a while. But I could make a bunch of elixirs. I have a lot of crafting parts. Okay, I like how the lightning cracks. It changes the color so you can see more things. So everything in the background is actually obscured. Like the reason why it's glowing red isn't just because it's the game isn't rendering it. It's literally supposed to be like, yes, it is cloaked in shadow. Because when the lightning cracks, you can see it. So it's actually meant to be that way. That's great. That's a really neat way of adding a little something to the whatever background. I say that like in like a meh background. It adds a bit extra. It adds extra depths, knowing you can't see that far due to fog or whatever that's in there. Frost is craning his neck to examine the ornamental ceiling. The markings are interesting, elaborate yet entirely abstract. No apparent representation of figures or scenes. Perhaps the Iberians held mathematics and geometry in high respect than myth. No doubt this pattern had some ritual significance. I think it's just a spiral staircase. I think there's just a, okay. Yeah, you could change your sword. Your sword looks less powered on than it used to. Or is it only when you're fighting, maybe? It looks like something big's up ahead. Let's not get careless. Let's join arms and fight together. She shifts her sword. Alright, lead the way. Nice chainsaw. Oh, is there another one? No, he must have had a wide arc on his attacks. I do like how the Iberians put safety measures in, like these little gates on their elevators, unlike the current ones in the Sky Realms that don't do anything and you can just walk off. At least the Iberians thought of a little bit of safety. There's no Skysha regulations. Come. Yeah, even it's still shaded in the mist, and the lightning has to unobscure it.
Oh my, this crater really is enormous, isn't it? I'm sure even the stonemasons who built our endless mausoleums would break a sweat at the sight of this.
Damn. Alright, I guess we're walking back into Chernobyl, huh? God damn, look at that puppy. Frost is staring at the cradle in silent awe. His former exuberance stopped dead in his tracks. Please forgive my ineloquence. I find myself rather overcome. Aye, me too. You stand there in silence together for a minute or two, gazing at the cradle. Being here makes my stomach churn. But make no mistake, my sword will swing true. If it were up to me, I'd rush Vela head on, give her no time to think before I cleave her in two. But Basalt thinks we should hold back, assess the situation while you two have a little chat, and loath as I am to admit it, the bastard's usually right. Well, first of all, before we have a talk, I'm going to put my hat on.
Look how extravagant my hat is.
I just have to know when the triggering event confronting Vela is going to be, so I have time to put my hat on and breathe more toxic gas, because that's when the good thoughts come in. Oh, okay. Literally right there. All right, hold on. I didn't think it would be there right now, but we're putting on the good hat.
Wow, look how extravagant it is. It makes you want to listen to me even more. Wow, look at this. Look at this, luck potion. It makes you want to listen to me even more.
Vela stands with poise, her commands booming through the chamber as Darkstar mercenaries scurry to her beck and call. Vela Colossae? Vela's head snaps around, her eyes fixed upon you. She turns with one hand on her sword hilt. Vela Colossae, I've come to by order of the Ignition, freeze and say nothing. Vela Colossae, I've come to... Silence! Bella's voice cuts through the air, her piercing eyes, graze meeting your own. An intruder, here, where leagues under the sky realms, and a place as dangerous as it is inhospitable. You must be incredibly capable or extremely stupid to follow me here. No, even if I was extremely stupid, I'd have to still be capable. She squints. Hold on. You're that whelp who had the gall to approach me in the blinding light, aren't you? A thin smile spread across her lips. My, you've had quite the journey, Inquisitor. I almost didn't recognize you. But you must have had help, she ponders a moment. Only Orliath saw the map that led here. She wouldn't have decided to come here on her own, so Basalt must have convinced her. And if he was putting a team together, Caxton Frost would be top of that list. Maybe the Duchess as well? She shakes her head. But it can't just be Basalt leading this. He'd never have joined the Inquisition without persuasion. It can only be... care. You don't deny it? She grins. So a pack of traitors led by a fledgling Inquisitor have come to nip at my heels. Tell me, just what are you hoping to achieve? You've come to put an end to this, Vela. You must stop this madness. Your old friends helped me get here, but I've come to join your cause. All I care about is my freedom. If I have to cut your head off, so be it. You've come to put an end to this, Vela. You must stop this madness. Madness? Huh. Is that what they claim? It is the people of the sky realms who have lost all sense and reason. I only seek to put things right. She gestures at the apparent being that fills your vision. The extraordinary entity will be our salvation. It will mend our broken world and abolish the evils of humanity. All we need do is awaken it, and we are so nearly ready. Sure, I mean, we can summon Ifrit, but Clive's not here, so I think it might be a real bit of annoyance. Actually, no, that looks like the thing... Well, I know it kind of, from this point, it looks like that multi-headed boss that we fought in 16, kind of. But yeah, Dagoth over here, it can't be trusted. What is that thing? How is it so powerful? What do you plan? What is it? Someone called a god, but that would be to diminish its power. For the gods are of this world and are bound by its rules. This being is of the void. Oh, it's Exdeath! Oh, yeah, it's Exdeath in his knight armor. Ah, I see it now. Place of pure creation, where time and space act in mysterious ways. We know not whether the Emberians plucked its whole from that realm, or wove its corporeal flesh from void stuff. Regardless, in the ancient Emberian dialect, they called it an angel, after the mythical creature of middle-aged lore. How is it so powerful? Reality is formed from the semiotics of cypher, It is the language that flows through all things, the truth behind the illusion that dances before our eyes. With study, we may learn to alter its flow, its rhythm. We may tweak a word here, adjust a sentence there, and this is the basis of all magic. What we cannot do is alter the language of cypher itself. There are strict rules by which we must adhere, absolute and unbreakable limits upon what is possible. But this entity that stands before us, being of the void, it is fundamentally separate from our laws. It has the power to change the very essence of reality. Lady, it's a tree. What do you plan on doing with it? She grins. I am going to change everything. The Imperians built the structure as an incubator for an angel. They succeeded in waking it. Their tyranny would have enslaved the world for eternity. We're fortunate that the lesser evil occurred, for in stirring the angel they caused the world rend, and nearly obliterated all of existence. But we have learned from their mistakes. We will use the angel to turn this world into a heaven, where every soul is free and equal. You could spark a second apocalypse and destroy what's left of our world. With the best intentions, would you only make a tyranny of your own design? I think you're right. It's just fair. A just and fair world is worth the risk. I mean, honestly, sometimes, like, look, in the bigger picture, the vastness of space and the length of time honestly makes anything fucking pointless. Not to go that deep into it, but the dinosaurs lived hundreds of millions, not just millions, hundreds of millions of years ago. Like, imagine what will exist 100 million years after us, right? We could blow up the current world, but you know, in another 100 million years, life will just happen again. So you know what? Maybe it is kind of worth the risk. Who gives a fuck? Once we're dead, we're dead. It's a void anyway. It's all X-death from here. It's not like we're gonna fucking know. You could spark a second apocalypse and destroy what's left of our world. With the best of intentions, you would only make a tyranny of your own design. I'll mention the... I mean, obviously the first thing everyone's gonna think about is the first one. You could spark a... I mean, it's true though. Same reason why, yeah, aliens exist. Like, there's definitely some form of alien life somewhere on another planet, even if it's just microbial. But are we ever gonna find it? No. Hell, it might not even. It might have existed 100 million years ago, and we'll never know anymore because it's already wiped itself out. So who the fuck knows? You could spark a second apocalypse. This is what everyone would think, though. You could spark a second apocalypse to destroy what's left of our world. Over the past few years, I've recruited some of the most accomplished cypher scholars alive. With the correct wording, we will prevent a syntax cascade. Of this, we are almost certain. And regardless, is the reward not worth the risk? What's left of this world is barely worth saving, but I would elevate us to something nobler than history has ever known. Her eyes glint as they look into your own. You see, Inquisitor, there is such beauty in us, such majesty, such potential. I have sailed the sky realms and seen such wonders. She waves her hand. Nay, not the void obelisks of Al Asafara, or the 1,000 spires of Bayonne University. I have seen the nuns of the vagrant hospice, tending to their enemies. I have seen a man give his life to the blood barons of Tehran, so that a stranger might live. She sighs. I have seen a child, recently orphaned, her face speckled with blood, offer me the last of her bread. She steps closer. But wherever my sails have taken me, I have seen the hopes and dreams of the common folk crushed by oppressors, be they Union, Wiccan, or otherwise. Everywhere I go, the poor writhe in the mud so that the rich may sleep in silk. Once I thought my sword could right the wrongs of the world, that mortals and ethics could guide my blade. But I've seen too many skyships burn, and too often breathe the stench of human flesh, to believe that still. In truth, I had lost hope, until I had visions of an angel through the Onric interface and an Emberian map. I realized then what could be achieved. So you'd risk another world run just to give bread to the poor? You can't change human nature. Say nothing and listen. This first line is so very fucking reductive. You'd risk another world rend. Very hard to say that together. You'd risk another world rend so that people can end up living a decent life no matter who they are, is basically what that should be saying. But we're reducing that. You can't change human nature. You can't change it, but you can guide it. Unfortunately, once again, it would take an entire immense amount of power and influence to do so. And honestly, I did just wipe out, or at least it's going to be wiped out soon, the entire undead race and their island. And from what the princess said, it's also going to destroy the curse, so all undead will just collapse all over the world. They'll just die because they will not be immortal anymore. The Clockwork Kingdom, I don't know. It might be better. Who the fuck knows? That would take a lot. The Imperium went overboard with the God Wars. Honestly, I'm not too sure why. Like, I understand that they were like... Because basically, they did the same thing that Colossae wants to do. They were like, hey, these gods exist, but they always ask a price for their gifts. And we just don't want to pay the price, even though the price seemingly was working and nobody really had a problem with it until the Imperium rose up. Which might not have been the fact that they were asking a price. It might just have been because they just didn't like the fact that they were being stronger than them and just wanted to kill them all. And, of course, there's a phone call on my stream. Oh, baby. Okay, going back to my thought process on this. So you can't change human nature, but you could guide it. Like, you would just have to stick around and hope to build something that stays. Because even if you change the world cipher, like let's say you change the world cipher, what would you be changing it to? Would you make it where, like, the only thing would you make it so that like there's more resources around? Would you make it so that people wouldn't fight over resources as much? Like, we wouldn't see value in them? Like, the question is, like, what about the universe are you going to change? Because if you can't choose human nature, technically, if this is magic that can rewrite that, you technically could, because it's just whatever animal instincts in the back of her head. But once again, you could also guide human nature. You could also guide where, like, if you, like, one way of describing it is, if it's like, because honestly, human nature is a lot like a video game. I know this is a joke, haha, gamers saying that, but like, if you play a game, humans will tend to take the route of least resistance. So if there's a way of cheating that, you know, but it's easier because it's doing it the right way is harder, but there's a way of easily cheating that's just, you know, very easy to do, like downloading ROMs, we'll do it. But if there's a proper way of getting something, we will do that too, as long as it's easy enough to do. And the same thing goes with, like, mechanics in video games. If a video game requires you to do something, and like all games are not for everybody, right? If you're playing a PvP game where it's one of those ones where you have to go into a zone, gather a bunch of loot, and then you get to the I think they're called extraction looters or something like that, extraction shooters, something like that. Like, there's going to be people who just want to do PvP. Like, they're purposely going in there to knock everybody else out. They just want to go in there and kill people. Well, there's going to be some people who want to go in there just to gather a bunch of stuff and do PvE things. The moment you add PvP to a system, you're going to get people who want to do PvP preying on the PvEers, most likely, because the PvPers are going to be there just to kill. So once you start adding that system, once you give the ability for PvP to happen, you're going to drive away a lot of PvE people, because they're not going to want to have to deal with some random asshole who might be very much more skilled than they are, coming in there and fucking up their game when they just wanted to play because they like the core system. So you are elevating a habit of somebody to do the bad thing because they find the benefit in it, even if it is they just like it a lot. So if you can change human nature by making, if you get rid of the PvP element, then you'll have a lot more people who show up, but then you won't have the PvPers. But the question is, do you even want the PvPers there? Do you see them as bad? Because there's a lot of games that are PvP, so you see them as good. So it's like, it all depends on mechanics. Like, even me and my friends were talking about the experience system in a game, right? We were playing on Turtle World of Warcraft. There was a system of tents. Tents boosted your rested experience. So most normal people were getting their rested experience fast, build up in a tent, then they go out and kill enemies and or grind levels. But people joined the game and went, oh, I'll just have my current character tag a mob and my higher level character instantly kill all the mobs, and that my main character will get all the experience. So they started abusing the system. So Turtle had to try to change that behavior. It's, unfortunately, it would be nice just to be able to tell everybody, hey, don't do this thing, because they'll make it worse for everybody, because those people who are going to see the benefit in it don't give a fuck if it makes it worse for everybody else. They're just going to do it anyway. So the system is kind of, lends itself towards doing a bad behavior. If you made it where you had to do a specific amount of damage to a mob to get the experience, that would stop the lower levels from being able to just tag a whole bunch and have a bigger one kill it on them. You'd have to do it slower, like tag it with your lower level, do a bunch more damage, or party up, because partying up reduces the amount of experience. So there's like so many different variables of how you can tweak something that's not changing human nature, but you're changing the system and how it works. Now, I don't know if a giant entity reality warping god creature, like, you're not exactly doing patch notes with it, are you? You're not using your reality warping god creature to basically write the rules and laws for a country or for a place of living. You're using it to rewrite reality. So you'd have to be like, and once again, like, sure, it depends. It might actually be worth the risks at sometimes, right? Like, hey, we actually made it where everything's just kind of normal and no one really has to suffer and it just is kind of working. Like, all right, there you go. Even if some people are worse off than other people now, it's still worse off by, like think of the gradient scale, 1 through 10. Well, the people at 1 are doing way worse than 10. Well, we just changed the gradient scale. It's now 1 through 3. Or it's now, I don't know, 4 through 6. So nobody can be 1, 2, 3. No one will be that bad, but no one will be 8, 9, or 10. Everybody will be in the middle. And everybody's like, oh, actually, that's not that bad. That's a pretty decent standard of living. So, honestly, I don't know. This is all just video game choices. When you try to, like, philosophize a lot of this stuff, at least to me, it honestly doesn't matter half the time. But most people will just end up going with the status quo, which does annoy me sometimes. That's like... That ends up being the fucking, the purpose people keep trying to choose when it comes to, like, video games. Where everyone's just like, oh, well, the answer's always just go back to the status quo. Because sometimes you just need a fucking revolution, even if it goes bad. Sometimes you just need to actually try. Because the status quo does fucking suck. Especially if the status quo is, like, neutral for you, but shitty for others. And you're like, well, it's neutral for me. So even though it might improve a whole bunch of other people's lives, I don't want to mess with it. Just because it could be slightly worse for me. So, I don't know. For the game, like I said, I've been choosing to go with some of the godly powers. But I still don't think that this level of power is going to change it. Like, if Vela Colose was like, nah, I'm going to use this to wipe out the Inquisition or something like that. And try my own. Like, alright. Like, maybe she would also become too power hungry herself and end up making it where it sucks. But... it could always lead to something decent, but you need to get a lot more people on your side. That's the problem. You need to get actual people on your side, not just a few of your mercenaries, and try to force everything to change. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So to risk another whirlwind just to give the bread to the poor. You can't change human nature. Say nothing and listen. Say nothing and listen. Her stare gains a fiery intensity. I would empower us all, so that every peasant stands equal to their lord. I would blunt every sword, shatter every cannon, so that not a drop of blood would spill. She looks down, her expression suddenly vulnerable. And I would banish death itself, so that no heart would ever be broken. This will be our heaven, and soon we will have it. Sounds like madness. Even if it worked, everything would change. I mean, maybe. Like, trying to enforce it would be hard. Like... you would have to change reality where sharp objects don't exist. But how am I supposed to cut my bread? How am I supposed to cut my cheese? Okay, not cheese. How am I supposed to cut my meat without a sharp implement? Everything would change. You'd be taking away our freedom to fight for something, even to die. An admirable dream, but is it really possible? Like, the death thing, I don't know. I'm honestly fine with death. Now, a lot of that is also because human bodies slowly degenerate. Because our DNA slowly rips to pieces. And that's what makes us age. It would be neat to live a lot longer. But at some point, I'd assume you as a brain, as a person, would just be like, I'm kind of done. Even if your body wasn't withering. Like, at some point, everybody ends up going to sleep. I know that's just like to refresh. Like if your body shuts down for a long sleep, you in quotes like hibernated for like 1,000 years and we woke. That could be kind of neat. And now you got to refresh. Everything's changed, and you're like, oh shit, now I get to see what it currently looks like. That would be kind of neat. I don't know. I always think it would be neat to see like what the future holds. That's the saddest part in death for me. Isn't the fact of not being here or what's not here when I'm dead. It's more of, man, I really wish I could see what the future would hold. That's the biggest like, aw. Because like I said before, when you're dead, you're dead. There's nothing after. So like you're not gonna ever know. It's not gonna matter anymore. It's just the inability to know what will happen at the end. Or not at the end, but just what will continue happening. Like you can like imagine living in the 1800s and then seeing now with computers and shit. You'd been like, man, I fucking lived with chamber pots. Look at these motherfuckers. They have goddamn toilets. They flush. I didn't even have a damn newspaper at this time. Like, they were barely putting it out. There was 2 people in my family who could read, and these assholes are on Twitter? Fuck this. I wish I was alive 200 years from now. This is bullshit. That's so fucking cool. You'd be taking away our freedom to fight for something and die is stupid. I think that's stupid. Because even if you were in the future that she wanted, you'd still have freedom. You'd still be making choices. Like, having less choices doesn't mean you still are not making choices. Right? Like, let's say... That'd be like saying, like, look at all these sodas. How dare you remove some of these sodas? Look how much choice you're taking away. My freedom's gone. It's like, brother, you still have all these different flavors of soda. They just don't have different brands of the flavors of soda. Sounds like madness. Even if it worked. See, this is something I think I would agree with more. This sounds like madness. Even if it worked, everything would change. But that also feels kind of weird. Everything would change. Even if she... Like, what does it mean by everything would change? Are we saying that, like, everything would change from how it is now? Like, yeah, that's the point, dumbass. My assumption is when it says everything would change is you're saying that even if you rewrote reality to be the way you wanted it and it ended up being good, would it degrade? Would it then degrade from that? Once again, it depends on how much... It would depend on how much you would have to change in, like, human nature, right? If you got rid of, like, the monkey impulse in the back of our brain to hoard stuff, would that just make it better? And you amped up the social parts? Like, would you get rid of whatever happens to, like... I guess that... You know, this is just a fucking yap stream because we're almost done with it, so I'm just yapping my ass off on this one. But, like, how much of a person would you have to change to keep them consistent? And that would also have to, because if you were trying to make it where somebody's experiences, so their nurture, might all be around the same level of nurture, you could control that factor. I guess it would be how much of the nature is a part of it. Because there's definitely things that a lot of people have that's part of a nature, right? Like our connection to, like, gacha games. That little spike of dopamine that keeps making you do a thing. How would you change that? Would you get rid of the dopamine spikes? How would that impact the rest of our lives? Is having the dopamine spikes, even though it has some bad things, like... You know, maybe gambling all your money away to something, does it still make life overall better in the end? Like, there's no controls. It's not like, or maybe it can. Maybe Vela can reset the world, and then in like 10 years go, actually there's still some issues, and then you hop back into the machine and go, all right, we're revving up the X death again. Time to make a couple changes. We're going to put out the patch notes. Or would you try to change it in one big change? Because if you're trying to do it in one big change, you're probably going to fuck something up. So the question is, can we patch it? An animal dream, but is it really possible? She grins. I suppose we're about to find out. Very soon I will awaken the angel, not out of greed or selfishness, but for the betterment of the Sky Realms and its people. Your ambition would doom us all. This ends now, Vela. I want to help you in any way I can. Okay. I wish there was a save station right before this. But the last save station was like way, way back. I'll have to go through this again. It wasn't that far to go back to this. We'll do the first one, the classic one. The nah, fuck it, keep status quo. I don't want to do shit. I don't want to think about it. Fuck it, status quo. She laughs. Oh no, little Inquisitor. This is where it begins. Vela bellows to her crew. Awaken the angel. I don't care if the preparations aren't complete. We have run out of time. Wait, no, but if it's not complete, then it could really actually fuck everything over. You idiots. Too soon, Executors. Too soon. Her eyes return to you. I'm terribly sorry about this. I wish there was another way, but there isn't. The coming days are crucial. Now that it's awake, we have many delicate rituals and cypher wards to enact, and you cannot be allowed to meddle in such... Okay, so now here comes the extra question. If I kill and stop this, the angel's awake already. We're kind of just fucked. So the options are now try to control it or not control it. So I'm afraid this is goodbye. We will not meet again. From behind you, you hear Jack Basalt yelling at the top of his lungs. Fella, no! It didn't matter. Or is the game not over yet? Oh shit. How much more game do we have left? Oh, did I overestimate the finale? A valiant effort, human. The words ring through your throbbing head. Here we are again. And once again I have plucked you from the jaws of death. But the number of times I have done so is relatively few, human. You have done well to evade defeat thus far. The High Confessor was wise to entrust you with this burden. But confronting Vela again will prove a formidable challenge. The Amberian craft she has commandeered will not be so easily assailed a second time. To fight your way through, you will surely need my assistance. The entity rattles its chains. These void-still shackles are bound with Vela's magic. Only by her hand or her death can I be freed. I am placing my trust in you, human. I won't let you down. The deity nods and its conjoined heads. Now make your way to the High Confessor. I believe she wishes to speak with you. Alright, I seemingly have completely overestimated where the game was going to end. Alright, fuck it, let's see. Where are we going from here? An authoritative voice booms from the ship's sound relays. You assume it belongs to the Admiral Colosse of the Union Navy. It is simply out of the question. Need I remind you, Oh no, this is the guy yelling at the High Confessor. May I remind you, it is simply out of the question. Need I remind you, High Confessor Care, if your position of authority in this tribunal is in spite of your numerous crimes against the Union, most of which were committed alongside Vela herself. I care not if you sent an incorrigible band of felons to find my daughter. Considering your history with Vela, I cannot in good conscience allow you, or your lackeys, anywhere near her. So, if you will use that dilapidated old relic of an airship to hold the flank, you will not interfere with this operation, which is solely in the hands of the Apostolic Union Navy. You are dismissed. That insufferable fool. All the people responsible for this nightmare. He is hardly blameless. If he had just been a father to Vela when she needed one. A loud clang rings out from the coffin. And now he would beat her at her own twisted game. They want to steal it. Confessor 17. The Navy wants the cradle for themselves, so the Union subjugation of the Sky Realms is absolute. I thought you were on the Union side. Never. I despise these loathsome bastards, but I sing along their tune to keep myself from a prison cell, same as you. And besides, this is the only way I can stop Vela. That's all that matters to me now. She sighs. A sigh rings out. I suppose I will have to hold the flank, just as Admiral Colosse demands. It is too late with too much at stake. To rock the boat now. There must be a way. There is always a way, Confessor. We have a card to play yet. While you were off getting yourself killed, the rest of your team managed to escape the underlands aboard the cutter thanks to Frost repairs. Okay, so you knew that the God of Resurrection was literally just hanging out on this place the whole time. Okay. As you have no doubt noticed, the Cradle has made its ascent to the Sky Realms. The Union's navy, finally realizing the gravity of the situation, showed up in full force. But they can't punch through the Cradle's defensive shields, some sort of highly advanced Emberian tech. So for the moment, they are at a stalemate. So all we have to do is slip past both, pilot the cutter, and sneak your strike team past the largest fleet in the world and through the impenetrable Emberian shield to stop the most dangerous person alive. What could be simpler? How would we get past the fleet? In its current state, the cutter would be detected at once by the Navy's aeronautical wizards, but Caxton Frost has an idea. There are legends of an ancient Emberian skycraft, a phantom vessel able to break any barrier or evade any pursuit, said to be wrecked in the world rend, never to be seen again. Many have searched for the crashed vessel without success. Scryers find nothing or suffer apoplexy. The Union Navy considers it merely a myth. Frost believes otherwise. There were rumors of a particular island with an Emberian wreck that has been drifting through the Sky Realms. That very island has strayed into the Unruk Isles. Search the most distant islands on the Unruk Isles and find whatever power that hides the wreck from scrying minds. Then you might slip past the Navy blockade. So, how can I actually get to the islands? You cannot pilot the cutter, as Frost needs to modify it before you assault the Cradle. No, it seems you'll need your own airship. Take this written permission. It will help you bypass the bureaucratic nightmare of purchasing a vessel from the Winged Merchants Guild. As for the hefty fee you will no doubt be required to pay, I cannot help you. Our coffers are empty, I'm afraid. And take this time to make sure you are fully prepared for the fight ahead. I do not think the situation will resolve anytime soon, and assaulting the Cradle will be no easy task. Now, you should get going. I have my own troubles to attend to. Got it. Good, you are dismissed. Okay, so this confessor, it isn't working with them. They're just using it because it has another stake in with. So, and what's her name? Colossae did make it sound like she did, in fact, know who sent me after her. Okay. All right. I mean, I have the ring. Can I build a teleportation device up here? That's what I really want. I just want a teleportation device up here. Okay, so I was asking about how we never actually got an airship. Well, now my question's being answered because there was still a lot more of the game to go. All right. I believe this is what takes us up and down, right? Yeah. All right. So maybe this time yet to get my weapon upgrading item. So how much money do I have? I got 680 gold. That should hopefully be enough to buy something. Is there a ship dock here? There is in fact one, yes. Hopefully I can purchase it here. Worst case scenario, it makes me head all the way back to the Skull Rock again. The woman casts you an indifferent gaze. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the... She yawns and rubs her temples. The Pill Port of Winged Merchants Guild. I'm the local harbor master. Can I help you? I want to purchase a ship. I have a writ of permission. She snatches the document and eyes it suspiciously. What the... Well, it looks like you really do have permission to buy a ship. But all we have is a small cog, and that'll set you back some 200 coin. Okay, I'll take it. Alright. Well, first thing, take this deed to your airship. It's legal proof of ownership, so don't lose it. Next, I'll arrange for the cog to be brought to this port. You should be able to see it docked in the jetty outside when we're done here. Now, if you have this written permission, I assume you're well versed with the nuances of sailing and the intricacies of union trade law, or the polymaths would never have approved you. But just in case, do you have any questions? I don't need to know anything. You're absolutely right with your things. Excellent. Was there anything else? Farewell. No, I'm good. I got this on my own. Yar har fiddle-dee. I am a pirate. Oh, so there's an anchor. Oh, okay. There's an anchor for landing. Oh, wait. Is that a safe crystal? Oh, yeah, here, underneath. Cool. Now, let's see. Oh, you can get pieces for your ship. Oh. How do I upgrade my vessel? Every dock has an airship upgrade station where you can outfit your ship with the different components. New components can be bought from the harbor master like myself. There are 3 component types: hull, sails, and cabin. You'll find that as well as altering your airship's looks, they will also change how it handles in the skies. Also, remember that different harbor masters have different types of upgrades for sale. Always checking out your local airship dock. Hey, okay. I want to purchase airship upgrades. Of course. Let me get the ledger. You have nothing. Lady, you have nothing. You don't even have one. What the hell? Oh, okay. It's space for docking. Cool. And then it's... Oh, you... Oh, okay. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh god, the panning with the camera is very... So can I get up here from down there? There is an elevator that goes down. Okay, so there is... So that's the giant ship we need to get to. That's connected to the ground. This is not connected to the ground. Is that a mech? Oh, that's a mech. It's a big castle mech. All right. Sick. So can I just like land the boat? No, okay. I can't simply land the boat anywhere I want, unless there's like a button to do it. Cool. All right, so how do I land the ship? Maybe I do need to ask for instructions. Options. No. Controls. Movement. Action selection. Menus. Airship. C is recenter camera. Space is boost. Exit is tab. Okay. So if I said, here, I want the ship to go. Yeah, so if I go here. I would just want to be able to make sure that I can get back in this. Oh, you use the anchor. The anchor is how do you get back to... Okay. All right. That is very nice. All right. Cool. All right. We're going to land on this Sky Island first because I think this is very cool. Oh, boy. I thought the game was over, and we just fucking said, "Nuh-uh, actually, this is the part of Final Fantasy where you get the airship." I am gonna have to very much rewrite the stream intro. And I guess I will not be starting Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 tomorrow. Unless I do it during the day. And do this for the evening stream. The size of it. The abomination. They who claim to throw down idols only to build this. More goblins. Oh, these goblins aren't wearing masks. Okay. Definitely everything got a nice power boost here. Or at least health boost. Haven't really been hit by them yet. Oh yeah, literally every part of this one is like, because this is already in a post-apocalyptic world in the first place. And I technically already just did a entire destruction of a people with the undead. Which technically those people are already destroyed, it's just they couldn't die. And assumably with the island going down, it will wipe them all out and make them all die. So, like, even that was already kind of messed up. So, like that's why I was saying, like, sticking with the status quo, I went with that just as, like, a choice decision. But I really kind of would have been like, yeah, fuck it. Let's go, Villa. Because that's what I was leading towards anyway. Because I've been doing a lot of things where I've been going against the current powers and siding with the god in this area. Except for the Clockwork King. The Clockwork King, I said, you know what? Let's just end his ability to mess with people and see what happens if it works. Even if it fails, it's at least keeping some structure in everybody's lives. And they'd probably all fucking really go to hell if there was nothing anymore. Especially with the people who were leading them already kind of sucked. Because the one guy who was leading them, the Mechanikists, was literally using the machine god's powers to just delete people and things from the universe and change them however he wished. Like, that guy in charge would be a big no-no anyway. My shield, might my sword, and if I should fall, God send me to my reward. Strength be my shield, might my sword, and if I should fall, God send me my reward. And he just repeats that. Now, I saw, there you go, the bones of some long dead creature, or god, or whatever you want to call it. The bones of a long dead monstrosity in the distance. Okay, yeah, throwing knives are just doing like no damage, but I mean, I got 272 of them. Like, who cares? There you go. I knew that had to be a that had to be a landmark. The door needs a key. Ooh. I wonder if there's actually any quest to come to these places, or if it's just everything on the island is its own little self-sufficient area. There's probably quests to come to some of these, maybe. Did I get in that mine already? I think I did. Yeah. Alright, well, obviously the other thing we're going to is the giant fucking robot, right? The castle mech? Hell yeah. Oh, baby. All right. Well. Target acquired. Quest kill. Now this is doom. I actually need lockpicks, kind of. Yeah, rip and tear. I am no longer the Doomslayer. I am the Goblin Slayer. Oh shit, I think that name's taken already. God War key. A rusted key with a scrap of cloth, torn from a God War era banner, still tied around it. Maybe this is the key into that door with the giant, dead skeleton? That seems like a god to me. Or the remnants of one. Well, I have to go back there anyway, which is where my boat is. So, I guess on my way back to my boat, I can go and use the key. Oh shit, there was a passage. Yeah, I managed to get into it anyway. Oh wait, no, I literally was there. Lamau. I thought I missed something. Nope. I keep forgetting how good I am. Like, damn. What have we built? What have we done? Bigger than the gods themselves? I wonder if we'll be bowing down to it before the war is done. Nope, seems just kind of sitting there. But assumably that is what they killed the god with, which is pretty neat. Ah. Honestly, more RPGs need to end that way when they're killing gods. Screw the power of love. How about the power of my Mechazord? So we asked ourselves, what is a god but just a giant monster? And how do you get rid of giant monsters? With a giant mech. Once we figured that out, it was so simple. More Emberian ore. That's why they weren't piling Emberian ore in the other one, because it was here. My lore skill's too low. Excuse me. Not anymore, it's not. You've seen my talking hat, but how about my thinking hat? Alright, so we turn that power thing on for something, I guess. What it is, I don't know. That was the goal. I do like how the one god that's been helping me literally did compliment, hey, you haven't died that much. Which now makes me really want to know, there must be some changes in other dialogue. Because the one ghost lady had dialogue about how many people I'd killed. So if I had done a no kill, no death run, I wonder if he'd say, damn, you haven't used my power at all. What the fuck, man? I was hoping you would indulge a bit. Just a little death. Come on, man. Yeah, especially since some of the dialogue choices literally did make mention of it already. Because like when I said, I've killed a couple people, and she read my mind, she's like, oh my god, you're a monster. It's like, yeah, true. I kind of just go around killing a bunch of shit. Look at all these potions I don't need. I needed to have a few more. Ooh. Yes, I love the random... Oh, I could have broken up. I love the random doors in my giant mech's foot. Plus 45 stamina? A mass-produced ring which was well loved by certain mighty owner. The bond has given the ring a heightened acuity, binding to its wearer's nervous systems more deeply. Damn, okay, hold up. So what you're saying is I can have faster stamina... Wait, is that just a boost of stamina? Yeah, okay, so I can boost my stamina from plus 20 to plus 45. Or I can say, hey, you know this health ring I don't really need? What if I boost my stamina even more? There we go. Oh, that wasn't in the foot of the mech. Okay. Now look at all of my stamina. Put that Buster Sword down, you. You can't rub it in my face. I was just about to play that. I love how it's keeping the meme alive. How I keep saying I'm going to play it, and still, there's always... I'm not even doing it on purpose anymore. It's just like, oh no, game's longer than I thought. Never mind. Take it back. I take it back. Although maybe I will start again today tomorrow. I don't know. And then continue this tomorrow night. Because considering how many islands are opened up, I doubt this will be done tonight then. Okay, so now we need to go up and into it. Getting all the foot picks is nice, but... Also, is there a way up this from here? Yeah, there is. 'Cause that looks like a movement pad. Is this an elevator? This is activated. It is from below? Oh, shit. Oh. Do I get up that from that? No, it's the bridge. Because this looks like this is something that's going to come from out of the ground. It can't come from the robot. Because that's not around it. So I guess that's the silo we open up. Oh. Let's see what's in Robocrotch. Oh, we need to talk to it. Need a charm of 80. Alright, hat. What do you mean I don't have that much yet? How much charm do I have? I have a charm of 60? Aw, damn it. Okay. Well, that sucks. Shit. Alright. I need a lot more charm to get in. And can't just break it, huh? Oh, wait, no, there's a ramp over there. Hold up. I need a charm of 80 to get in the front door. But this maintenance ramp, on the other hand. Well, well, well. Hello, creatures. Okay, so the other way is if you're trying to do it no kills. I have so much stamina now. A potion barely restores anything. Got him. The teeth. The teeth on that thing. The teeth. Okay, that goes up, presumably. Barred from the other side. Alright. Yep. Yep, I know it was from the race. That's why when I saw that I had the, I saw it was listed underneath the gnomish racial, and that's why when I said that's why I said that's how I knew where it was coming from. Modify device. I want to go home. 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 I want to. My lore skill. Alright, fine. I'll put my other hat on. What do you mean it's too low? Damn it. It's too low no matter what I do. Don't you goblins know to have some shame? Put a mask on. God War Pendant. A little silver pendant marked with one of the Union's early symbols. It seems to have belonged to Cornelius of the Grease Guards. The fastener is broken, so it cannot be worn. It surely has sentimental value to someone. Okay, so maybe that's a quest item that I'll get later that somebody wants me to get. And then we can take that down. I found ET. Ain't even got a phone. This is bullshit. Oh, shit. Thank you for waiting while I was in a conversation. You have been very cordial. Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. Onward. For apostasy. Death to idols false and true. Death to death itself. Onwards. Got him. But yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing with that is messing around with like getting like a quick level or two and then checking to see what possible abilities you get from the other classes. You can also look it up online as well. But it would help to know if multi-classing is the thing you want to do. Get knifed. You too. You can't catch me. Throwing knives go burr. Hear that? That's not cannon fire. That's the future. Oh yeah, that's. Do you hear that? It's the future. Dookie Nukie forever. Fade renders the caster invisible, greatly reducing the range at which they can be detected. Such spells are widely used by the criminal gangs of Lundel and Slev, forcing many shopkeepers to invest in wards of dispel. Yeah, I did in fact level up. And you know what I need to do after leveling up? We need to pump it all into Persona so I can get by that stupid door. Do I need to? No. Am I going to? Yes. But weren't you worried about stamina? Can't you just get more stamina by why would I need more stamina from stats? Look at all this stamina. Wait, did I rise this one up? I think I did, right? Right. Yeah, or skill too low even for that. Damn. So is the other device what I activate to go down? Or because this wasn't up. Is this the device that I activated and went up from before? There's a couple things I just can't use here. Do I take this one though? Let's see how this one goes. I don't remember, I must have used the other one. It's the only way in or out of that room. And that's where I did come from to start with. Yeah, this leads back to here. So there are other doors here that I have not been able to access. There's the one at the very bottom. Well, by bottom I mean in the crotch. There's the one in the crotch I haven't been able to get into. And I don't think it takes me... Like, this one is just the one that led me up there. That doesn't open, which means it must open by hitting it up the other side. But nothing this way yet. Okay. Alright, so I need to have either get a lot of lore or a lot of charm to explore some other places. Although it looks like there might be two that need lore. So, thank God I have my hat at least. But unless I get an item that boosts my lore as well, besides my hat. That's all I can get out of the mech for now. Yeah, 80 charm, and I just do not have that. I'm up to... up to 65 charm, and I can boost that to 70 with another luck potion, even though I only have one left and I have to make some more. But I'm still 2 levels off from getting there, unless there's another resource of charm I can grab somewhere. But to that, I don't know. Wait, are you telling me I need to use my gulp potions? But I only have 116 of them. Okay, the diplomacy and intimidate can be used for aggro changing. I think I have an ability like that for the diplomacy one I think I saw, or something like that. That's meant for aggro changing. Which actually is a neat way of doing that. Having the skills equate to that. Item gained, Ghost Wine. An ethereal wine with the quality of mist. Very valuable. Has little effect on the living, but can make spirits and the undead rather drunk. Interesting. Also, this is a warp gate. That's an exit. So if I can find whatever makes the exit, that's what it'll put me out. Maybe that's what will happen when I go to the God's entrance. Which I'm pretty sure I have the key for. Since it didn't open up anything else. Yes. Oh, not a dungeon, just a treasure. Oh, okay. Void ore. All right, so this is the ore. If I wanted to make my weapon do a lot of melee damage, if I wanted to boost my melee weapon, this would be the one. It would make it do ridiculous amounts of damage. I assume there's also a variant of that for the bow as well. Okay. Alright, so now I need to get back to my ship. Which is not that far. There it is. Okay, this island is now explored. I need more skill if I want to get into the mech. Oh, heal up. And then we ride. Alright, so that is where our main goal is. There is a small island out there floating. need to back it up. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh yeah, these things. I've seen these tons of places, but they never do anything. Assumably I'll find out what that's for. What's this? Another would-be adventure on this drifting rock? I dare say it's getting crowded here. So out with it then. Are you also seeking the treasure that lies behind the stone door? I guess so. Well, this just can't do. We can't both claim ownership of whatever lies beyond that door. Imagine the embarrassment of admitting to the Riovian Spelunkers Guild that you had help. I'll tell you what. If you help me get this door open and stand aside when I lay claim to whatever awaits within, I'll reward you handsomely. Nothing from this ancient cave, of course, but you can have something truly priceless from my merchant vessel in recompense. All you have to do is pull the lever here, which will start some sort of timer. Then you need to find 10 secret switches that will unlock the door mechanism before the time runs out. Only a catch. It seems as though the switches were themselves quite valuable and have been plundered by the locals. For all we know, they could be scattered all over the Orner Isles. Okay, it's the skulls. Quite a conundrum, eh? But remember, if you manage to open that door, I'll make it worth your while and then some. Alright, gotcha. Hopefully there's not a timer. Oh, a sudden sense of urgency? Yeah, well, that ain't happening. There's clearly one below our feet. And I've seen others scattered around, but I don't know where they are. And I don't think I'm even going to bother doing that. There's some stuff I have a shit that I care about, and this remembering where each one of these are, isn't it? Hopefully it's not on a timer and I can just stumble into it. But like, lordy, no. The sense of urgency sure as hell ain't mine. Now, where is... I know there's another floater around here. Is that you? Yes, I see. Oh damn, another one of these guys. Why didn't I just throw knives at it? Wait a minute. Why am I not just throwing knives? I'm surprised the thing's not telling me that this is like an important landmark the more. Nope, no bone spears. Ah! Okay, maybe some bone spears. The super shotgun. I mean, my bow and arrow. Xanthostic bomb. And Lossic bomb. Okay, so all bombs are not made equal. Some are bigger than others. It's not the size of your bomb. It's how many you get in it. It's not the radius of your bomb. It's how many are in the radius of your bomb. That counts. Yes, that is a long way of saying how you use it. I like how almost every single mining door has just been so crappily made, I can just break them all with my weapon. There's only like a few mine doors that are like, nah, it's just locked. Most of them are like, yeah, it was locked, but we made them real shitty. Not even using an axe to break them up. $75 charm. Damn it! What is with all this charm the game wants me to have? Ring of Mana. 80 mana. Hot damn. Oh, okay. You could just sneak in the back, though. Okay, that's funny. You need to talk your way through or just walk through the back. Good thing I circled around. Imagine doing a bunch of shenanigans to get enough charm, coming back to the door thinking I'm finally going to open it. You open the door, you get the thing in front of it, and then you just find out the back's been open the whole time. Oh, someone's definitely had that happen to them. Oh, shit. Trap. Didn't even think, or didn't even, like, the idea of there was a trap there didn't come in my eyes, didn't come in anything else. Oh, yeah, for sure. Don't mind me just disabling all traps. I don't really need to, but I'm doing it anyway. Hey, I'm only horrible if you can read my mind. What do you mean lore skill too low? Son of a bitch. No, not that. You. Oh, I wasn't doing much damage because I didn't have stamina. That's why. I'm about to say, I hit these things so much, they should be almost gone. Or are these ones just extra tough? Got him, alright. Is this a fake rock? Not a fake rock. I activated a switch, but what did it do? Okay, it's activated, so that's just done. No, I guess this is just another... This I actually do need lore skill on. Okay, it's another island I need more stats for, I just don't have. I wish the camera panning when I'm flying was... Wait, what? Was I there? Yeah. Yeah, there's the Mech Island. That's the island with the thing. Yeah, there's no excuse for this camera panning so terribly. It's so stiff. Alright, let's go to... Yeah, all that I've been to. There is an island in front of the giant mollusk. Oh, and it's an airship port? Nice. What the hell are you doing all the way out here? Oh. Does this go into the mollusk? Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's probably the ship. That's why people haven't been able to find it. The damn thing ate it. Cool. Well, you can actually go inside it too. Alright, we're totally doing that. Crude note found in the cephalop throat. Luca, I'm writing this... Oh, so this is Chrono Trigger. Gotcha. I'm writing this just like you taught. I'm sorry if my words are bad. The big squid is dying. We all know it. The shrooms are rotting and the harvests are fucked. The air is getting thick, hard to breathe. The Wiccans don't care. Holed up in their castle, lording over us in Dredge Town. We told them the mines are empty, that the squid is dead. And what do? They just make a magical pickaxe up. They just make a magical pickaxe and up our quotas. Well, I'm not standing for it anymore. I'm leaving the big squid. I've been here all my life, just like my dad. And my dad's dad. I never breathed air from the big empty. Not till today. I'm going to the tongue, Luca. I know you said the fresh air would kill me, that our lungs are wrong, but I don't care no more. I gotta be free. Biddle. Okay, so this isn't where the ship crashed. This is literally the Wiccans have them mining out the mollusk. I'm surprised the Wiccans don't think this is a god. And be like, how dare we are allowed in here. Oh my god, it's a whole... Alright, that's cool. Alright, in its entire body. But wait, if that guy died because he went outside for fresh air, how come I'm not dying whatever's inside the mollusk? Also, is this rotting meat in its shell? I don't think the Wiccans like me right now either. Oh wait, or am I just friendly with them? I am friendly with them, hey! I don't think they'd attack me anyway, but... Ah, the great mollusk, where the slime is green and the blood is piss. My favorite. Oh, hey, these things. Okay, this is wild. Alright, my stream title is very, 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 very much incorrect. Oh my god. I didn't even know how incorrect my stream title was. Holy shit. Deluding myself into thinking it's over. Holy shit. This is a landmark, though. Whoa, super frog? Excuse me. Wow, it really is Chrono Trigger. The note mentioned the Luca, and now you've got a giant frog with a sword. Quick, get the snakes. Well, he can't even see, he doesn't see me. That's funny. Alright, yeah. Torturer's Finger Key. A slender key with an emblem of a finger etched into the metal. The miners of Dredgetown speak in hushed tones of the coven of the Mollusk Castle dungeon, for their wicked masters punish insubordination with the hosses of messers. Insubordination! Divinity 2 flashbacks intensify. Door is barred from that side. Alright, well, we got a key. We're going back in anyway. You thought you could lure me away with a giant frog? Well, I'm back. Lockpick save the day? There we are. Okay, well, I'm in a trap state of mind now. You won't get me in any traps. He says awaiting the next trap. Door needs a key. Oh! Hey, thanks for the follow, Turtle Box. Welcome to the portal potties. Alright, is that the switch, or is that just for this? It's probably just for that. Oh, that looks like it has a passage that leads behind, but this needs a key to get to that gate. Okay. Oh, and shit, a raid is with that as well. Well, welcome, raiders. So, as I was saying several minutes ago, my stream title is a complete lie. This is not the finale. I assumed we were getting to a finale, and then the game said, here's an airship. So now I am exploring a whole bunch of extra islands, trying to find out what exactly is the end game. Okay, well I know what the end game is. It's fighting Villa Colossi and her giant flying sky ship, but how we get to the giant floating sky ship? Looks like one of the undead bird people. Oh, I've been enjoying the game a lot. The combat is basically just kind of it's just there just so you can fight things and get some loot and stuff. Like it's fine. But the writing has been very good in this game. I've really liked the writing a lot, especially the stuff that they were doing in the Clockwork City. The writing in the Clockwork City, I really enjoyed that. About it disappearing people and why it was doing it. Alright, so we are going to have to get in there from the actual town. But yeah, I definitely figured that when it was leading me to the underworld, that was the end. And I even made mention about, hey, the game sounds like I was supposed to have an airship. I wonder if I just missed that or if it doesn't matter or what's going on. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I just foreshadowed. Now the rest of my stream's gonna go. The Endless Realm one, I just kind of ended up like barging through. Not really. I did most of the plot threads that were around, but I let the ghost just destroy it, so the entire castle's just gone. Because honestly, every single thing that they were telling me about immortality and how it was working was just kind of like, really? Bitch, you live like this? But I guess I never did finish off the... living meat one, though. Okay, that is actually one quest I did not finish off in the Endless Realms. I didn't finish off what we were going to do with the meat. Since I kind of doomed the whole island anyway, I just went, it didn't matter. So there's the town. Presumably we will meet some more Wiccans. Was there a way up that and I just zoomed around it because I was doing other things? Probably. Yeah, more town. Alright. Hey. But it's been a very fun game to explore and look at and everything. Especially the adding on of these sky islands. Like, it's just really, like, there's some extra fantastical areas, like the dead god and the giant mech robot. The fact that the mollusk here is actually not just something in the background. It's an actual whole area. That's actually really sick. see. Does that mean there's another one stuck somewhere else? Oh, fuck. Whew. All right. Hug the wall and you won't die. So where is that last skull then? Damn it. Too short. If only shit, no, I didn't see it behind here. Never mind. Damn, if only I was 6 foot, not 5'11". Okay, I got that one. Not hidden in the side of the bed. Is it on the roof? Okay, where are you? Is it... Oh. Okay, seriously, where is this last skull to open that door? Is it if I shut the doors? No. Huh. Well, fine. If you're not gonna... You know what? I give up. Welcome me to town. I am friendly with the Wiccans, so you guys leave me alone. Unless you're bandits, then hello, bandits. Journal on the Belly of the Beast, 1. Diary entry number 17. Date unknown. I think it's been close to 4 years since my merchant ship was swallowed by this despicable cephalok. Without being able to track the Neuron star, it's impossible to tell for sure, and I'll be damned if my fellow mollusk dwellers would know. To think, just 4 years ago I was sailing back to my luxury suite in Riova, where my husband would no doubt have prepared a delectable feast. Now, I sweat in the cluster of rotten shacks they call Dredgetown, cursing all those I am trapped here with, while praying fealty to the Wiccans of all people. I considered trying to stoke the fires of an uprising. If I could have convinced the Dredgers, as they call themselves, to rise up against their Wiccan masters, mayhaps we could have escaped to the tongue of the beast. But then what? The Dredgers have been living inside this thing for generations. Their physiology has been changed by the dank air and most environs to the extent I doubt they could even survive in the other world. And even if we escaped, where would we go? The cephalok swims through an empty sky, rarely grazing dry land. All that would wait us would be to tumbling descent into the underlands, to die in the dark. Signed, Luca. I actually haven't used any of those dreams yet. I should. Oh no, you guys are actually... Never mind. You guys are hostile. I thought they were just going to be like the Wiccans in Dredgetown defending it, but also, why would they think I'm a threat? Maybe we'll find out more, because I don't think they're Dark Stars. Or undead or anything like that. Ooh, Sky Snail Cabin. The majestic shell has been renovated for use as a ship's cabin. Even before the World Wren, it had long been a custom of the Sky Realms to hollow out sky snail shells and use them as shelters. Cool. I get ship parts too? Fuck yeah. Also, speaking of alchemy, I do have like a ton of these. Which one was... That's regen. That we have made, so we'll just make that. It's the healing one. But the one I really want is... No, that's spellcast. Is it double brain? What does double brain make? That's luck. Okay, yeah, that's the good one. For the stat increases, so... Might as well just blast them all. Oops. I always forget that's not how you exit that. Speaking of which, I know some of them are used for buying things and renovations, so I won't use them all yet. But I will make some more luck ones. No. Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa, come on. Alright, never mind. It's getting mad at me. Yeah. Strength, where the real stats are made. Excuse me, sir. Did you say the combat was trivial? Well, how would you like some 10 strength? Ah, crap. There you go. Oh, if you jump from that down, okay. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, this city for exploration is pretty cool. Pretty damn good, actually. Still think there's... I know there's the mine, the mollusk mine. Was I in there? Doesn't even matter if I was in there. Did I? Yeah. Yeah, I think I did. this is back to that door. But that's also how you should be able to cross into the castle. Okay. Oh. Let's put on True Seeing Leech. Tell me, is there a wall to walk through? There's not. Really? Huh. Oh, I need to go up from here, which there is not. Gotcha. Okay, that's my problem. That's my boy. But there might... Unless the true entrance is through the mine back there. Okay, so it's the other town that gets over there that then... like, damn, alright, this is huge. Oops. Yeah, okay. So when I did the map, it actually mapped the whole thing. Oh, that's cool. The fact that this is a place to go is so fucking awesome. Shit again. More hidden skulls. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Didn't I get a thing? Oops. Well, I'm not freaking out. I forgot to do that in the other place. I've got an item. Summoner's Earring, Lock Bug, Invigorating Locket. It appears to move alive, which makes long-term fatigue less severe. No. Enduring Spectacles. These enduring eyeglasses are remarkably well preserved. Cypher magic. Highlight lore objects. Yes, there we go. Let's go to the one I know where it is to see what it means by highlights it. Okay, well I guess since I used it, it's no longer highlighting it. Alright. Unless this connects all the way back over to that other one. I don't think so, but hey, who knows? Okay, that is a pretty big let you know of a glow. So I activated that one and something over on that one. Is there another dilapidated shack? Indeed, there is. Okay, I've gotten a lot of Emberian ore at this point. And that's just for bringing that down, which does not activate from this side. What? No, didn't activate the trap? How dare you? Torturer's tooth keys. We got a finger and a tooth. A heavy iron key with an emblem of a tooth scratched in the metal. It is said that beneath the castle of the Coven of Amalis was a terrifying dungeon where manner of foul deeds had been performed. Okay, okay, I get it. I already used one key to open up a gate where I pulled a lever. This key is for the other gate where I pull a lever. And that opens up the middle one that was a pathway. Okay. Let's finish exploring up here first. So I kind of wonder going into the bottom how that is. Whoop! Because I could definitely tell the top is across that bridge. Ass Umuru. Oh. Too big to fail, huh? 2007 taught us differently. Oh, you actually need mana to activate them. I never activated it enough to know. A weathered man sits by the window, laboring over each wheezing breath. Tattoos of a foreign outlaw brand adorn his neck and hands, blurred with age. He looks at you fearfully, then wheezes, "I won't tell, but if they come looking for you, I won't hide you." Fair enough. "It's sick, isn't it, this whole thing? I should never have taken the job all those years ago." He begins coughing violently. What was the job? "It was a long time ago now. They told me it was manual labor, but the type that gets you hanged by the Inquisition. They didn't tell me the location or the client. and I'd never heard of the Coven of the Mollusk. Supposedly, all I had to do was get on an airship, do the work, not ask the questions, take the money, go home and shut the fuck up about it forever. Easy money, I thought. No thieving, no kidnapping, no murder. For an outlaw like me, that's about as regular as work gets. And the pay was nice too. He coughs, clutching his abdomen in pain. Well, long story short, I fucked up. Nothing here is free. I got into debt and I couldn't leave. I came so close to paying it off, but my body started to deteriorate. And then I started making less and less money. Now I'm so deep in the hole, I might as well be buried in it. Not that I have long to live anyway. What kind of work were you doing? He squints at you. Mining, I guess you could call it. The mollusk produces shroom-weave ore deep in its womb. That's what the Coven is here for. My work was to move heavy shit around so this could happen. Sometimes I'd help cut away some flesh where it wasn't wanted, or graft a piece of somewhere else. Everything was so large it took a team of 3 or 4 to do anything. His voice begins to go hoarse from talking so quickly, and he lets out a deep cough. Did you ever try to escape? I dreamed about it, but they control every airship, check every detail, and if the Coven caught me, I'd be... He coughs violently. I wonder if he's going to throw up. I see. I should never have taken this job. What do you know about the mollusk? She's just like me, you know. The shrooms are growing and her body can't fight them. It kills you slow, let me tell you. Those bastards brought the mushrooms here a long time ago. They infected the mollusk because it was useful to them. Over the span of a generation, the mycelium spread while the Coven declined, and now it's completely out of their control. Everything outside their castle is falling apart. Mollusk really is just like me, though. One day soon she's going to be gone forever. And you know what? The fanatical dreams that were built on her back will die with her. His passion exceeds him, and another coughing fit ensues. By the time he recovers, he seems to have lost his train of thought. I should never have taken this job. Goodbye. Oh, you're going already? Oh, he actually has the mushrooms growing out of his chest, too. Shit. Wait a minute. Oh, you're like a chimney, I guess. Never mind. I'm about to say that's a secret door. No. That's a secret chimney. Haha. Shit, maybe I should put my my mask from the Underrealms back on. Alright, so if I was supposed to get across from there, yes. I do also have the basement I want to check out too, but gets me across, but okay, that's further up. And what do we have here? Alright, well, I got him to do something. Didn't say anything was activated, so... Hello, boys. Not how that works, I see. I thought you were a caster. Instead, you come strolling at me. Huh. These guys seem more like the Endless than the Wiccans. Or maybe I'm just judging from the way that their bodies look. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, he was lockpicks the whole time. Is there going to be like a suit of armor at the top of each one of these? Probably. Okay, that's the gate up. Yeah, the suit of armor at the top of each of these. Alright, that's activated, so now we can go up and down quickly if need be. Excuse me. Wait, really nothing here? Damn. So you can cast spells. The rest of you were just stupid. That's 3. Assumably that is a total of 4 that is going to be necessary. Barred from the other side. Okay, so you got to go up to get into that. And this is barred by an unseen device. That might be all of those. Hey, buddy, boning hard or hardly boning? Probably the latter now. Wait, get throwing knife. That's it. Me, you, final destination, throwing knives only. just some ores. Can't be it. Nothing moved or anything. Can I, like, jump to the... Because that's what I need to get to. Top of that parapet. Or maybe this was just... You clean the rest of this up, and then you do have to use the 2 keys in the prison cell to go all the way up the proper way. Or I just... No, this doesn't go anywhere either. I'll take that. There's the Shroom Reavor. Alright, so that's... so I have the one that can make my sword really strong. I've got the one that can make my sword give me magical bonus power. I just have to find the one that can give me the one that lets it be ranged or melee, and then choose which one I want. Maybe I should just make my sword really strong. I wonder if you can upgrade the regular sword. I would have to get a new rusty sword and upgrade it again, but that's fine. Alright, I'll read this. Let me just put on some lights, and I'll be right back. And then we'll read this. Okay. Cover to the Mollusk Sermon. My fellow brethren, I have heard you despair of late. You think the coven of the Mollusk, our beloved, our infallible order, has lost its way. I say you are foolish. Did our forebears not rear this mighty cephalok from infancy, all those centuries ago? Did they not prove their worth by building an entire castle within its shell? And did they not march themselves the most accomplished of the Wiccan covens, when within these very walls of stone they merged the flesh of mortals and gods? I concede the Council of Covens deemed us traitors, for they feared our mastery of cypher. They banished us to the fringes of the sky realms, where we drift still in the cracked shell of our dying mollusk. But now is not the time for despair. From our folly comes opportunity, a chance not only of reserving our luck, but of revenge. I have changed the Cephalok's course. We are bound for the Onrek Isles, home to the detestable Coven of the Worm. They and their putrid god were the first to denounce our art all those centuries ago. And now, finally, they will face our wrath. With the temporal pickaxe, our faithful servants have unearthed the rarest of minerals once thought lost, Shroom Reavor. With this we may fashion weapons to hone our mastery of cypher magic. Even that damnable Plagueith will not be able to withstand us now. So rise up, my brothers and sisters, soon we will have our revenge.
Bitch, I stole it. Suck it. It's mine now. No gizzies backsies. And tomorrow, you can't have it back.
Alright, so my guess is, as I just said, we were probably supposed to go down into the prison, and that will end up leading us back to up here. To that last one that activated. I don't know what that will do once we are able to do it, but hey, that's just a theory. A good theory. Alright guys, we're having a meeting. We need to decide what our new symbol is going to be.
I'd like to have a severed hand.
Kill that man. Take his hand. We'll use it for the banner.
Wait, no, please.
Thank you for volunteering your hand. Okay, how do I get... You know what? Instead of sitting here and trying to figure out how to get to the bottom, what am I supposed to do? Where is it? Ring of Featherfoot. There we go. One-way trip. Whoop. Oops. There you go. Proving that knees are for the weak. Also, I landed exactly where I planned. And that leads us here. Nope, doesn't do what I thought it did, but I will take whatever this is. Remarkable treasure. And Sadist's Glove. 25 attack. A Sadist Glove designed to make physical attacks more painful. After the Secretarian schism and their defeat in the God War, the radical Wiccan denomination adopted increasingly brutal attitudes towards discipline. Yeah, their CBT measures went way up after that. There we go. Now, even though I was already hitting things really hard, now I can hit them even super harder. Okay, so that's not what that was supposed to be for then. Never mind. So, now we go back to asking the real questions. What in the... How am I supposed to get to that last tower to activate the suit of armor? What do you mean not activate? I didn't activate it! Fuck. So, yeah, alright, I gotta take the elevator back. Damn it. I didn't activate the other one. Oh yeah, there is still the big mine to go into. I'm not sure where in the castle I would have to be going anyway, so... I was at that one, but I didn't cross over to this one. That's the exit. Yeah, fake wall. Or magically sealed. Must be magically sealed, right? Or do I need to be able to see through it for it to... No. Ah, painting. Oh shit, my lore skill is too low. I'm even wearing the lore hat. Damn it. I should have been wearing my data hat, not the lore hat. Damn it. Oh well. I don't think there's anybody who knows what the fuck I mean when I say that. Actually, it doesn't say how much lore I need, but if the hat's not covering it, I'm not going to give it anytime soon. Alright, let's... There we go. Oh, that's probably it. Okay. And then the last thing we need to do is get into the mine. And I think all these shacks have skulls I was supposed to click on. No, never mind. I was clicking on the skulls in the shacks, but they didn't really open anything. Maybe this is what they open? Did all the other ones I clicked matter? Or was that just the only one for this one? You know what? I'll never know. Circle? What are you? Oh, it's one of the bombs. Alright. Sky snail sails. The dangling limbs of a sky snail, enchanted with cypher magic to operate independently of their body. Though lacking the potential speed of traditional snails, these steadying limbs help any craft achieve greater handling. Good, because the current thing kind of really... Like, I just need the ship to turn faster. Please, I just need the ship to turn faster. Please, sir, can I just have some more FOV? Please? I just want 300 FOV. Alright, so my guess is... Yeah, that is the tower I wasn't able to get into before. And that's because there is this here. You jump down to... I figured it out. More bombs. And I know there's a guard up here. Something has changed. Okay. So either... Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's either this door or it's somewhere back at the mine. Charm of the Dead God. Through unspeakable ritual, the charm has been infused with the remnant psyche of a dead god, providing its wearer with a boost to health, mana, and stamina. Since the God War, this rogue Wiccan sect has quietly prepared its retribution. Damn, alright. We'll get rid of the extra stealth, and we'll put on the all stat boosting item. Hell yeah. Look at my stats. They're amazing. Okay, so this is the tower, right? There, because I need to activate the elevator lower too. That should actually get me where I want to go. Yeah, I didn't activate this before. So it yelled at me. Bane was depleted long ago. Why do you fight me? I know you're here against your will. You're no Wiccan. Damn, look at that piss river. The vein that dried long ago. Collect more to gain a full delusion. Right? Yeah. I don't have one in the pipeline. And just started another one. Okay, I am surprised that spell missed me. That looked like it went right into me, but... I'm running into a lot of locks recently, so instead of seeing the thing that makes that visible, we'll put on the mechanical lockpick. No, we'll put on the lock bug. There we go. That lowers the DC by 1. More shroom wines. This doesn't like lead around the... Let's have a stamina pot. And a pot. And some health. What's the point of having lots of stats if they're not almost full, right? Oh, more shroom meat. Okay, so yeah, so upgrading, you definitely can upgrade more weapons more than once like that. So I am definitely going to have to find another one of those extra damaging ones if I want. I guess you can do that to like a bow and a sword, or lore skills too low. No. Lore skills too low. You're too slow. Sealed by an unseen device. Yeah, damn. Bombs. Not making that jump. Nice. Sky snail hull. A mature sky snail fitted with an enormous saddle hull. While sky snails have often been bred as beasts of burden due to their aerial buoyancy, few grow to a size such as this. Though not as aerodynamic as other hulls, a well-trained snail can be maneuvered with ease. Sweet. I got all the snail pieces. More actual living pieces of the mollusk, or is that its infection still? Temporal pickaxe. Mining really is a form of time travel. You descend into the earlier layers of the earth and extract them. This curious pickaxe just makes the process a little more direct, allowing the mining of what was once there, as well as what still is. Damn, okay. Okay, the idea of that is super cool. Oh, alright. So I can literally mine ore veins that are already mined. Because I'm not just mining them now, I'm mining them then. Alright, that's cool. So that's why the Wiccans invented another pickaxe. When they said there's no more ore. They're like, alright, well then we'll just remine the same ore. That's awesome. I don't think that's how time works, but honestly, good idea. Pretty good idea. And that's why there's always an ore vein next to a chunk of rock next to ore that you just pick off that just is floating there. It was a foreshadowing for this. I know a lot of writers who write in subtext, and all cowards. I still think there's some stuff I've missed too. I need to go back for. this whole place is really loaded. Some really good stuff too. Like, I need to go back up to that. Into the piss. This, which I assume is for up. Okay. Before we do that, there was a cross section up here. That leads to 2 hole paths. Oh god. Oh, this is just back to here. Oh, and this is just the... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I apparently did, in fact, cross this exact spot. And just forgot about it. I did walk up this. Alright, let's take the lift. That was also apparently a quest item too. Am I actually like... Yeah, I do. Alright, so now I need... Like, I need wisdom, but I also need persona, but my guile's also kind of low. But to get in that one robot, I need the persona, so we'll take that. That got me the pickaxe. Oh, and that's right. Oh, I thought that was the... Oh, that's awesome. Shit, okay. Alright, let's go back to our ship. I think I got everything here. I got 2 really good pieces of upgrades for weapon upgrades. If I was even using magic, which I'm not really using magic at all. I mean, I guess I could try to use some more magic spells. No real reason not to, right? Right? So I got the home. I have enough wisdom for 1 other spell. Advanced time, ethereal flechette. Shoots a tightly coiled bolt of magic energy for damage to single foe. The spell makes a particularly versatile weapon because of its quick incantation. Plague flechette. Shoots a tightly coiled bolt of accused magic energy causing poison. Sublime power of plague's curses warp the spell far beyond its humble origins. Cypher sphere. Shoots a bolt of magical energy to damage a single foe. The apostate union heavily regulates the use of offensive magic. I think that's the first one you ever get. Let's check this one out. How do I shift magic again? Items is the scroll wheel. T. Okay. So this is like a really fast blasting. But then there's like the cool one I got. my ship, and I say I would like the nice Sky Snail hull, Sky Snail sails, and Sky Snail cabin. Speed 50, handling 115. Ooh, alright. Now we've got ourselves a ship. Cool. Oh. Oh, I can even set up warp points. Interesting. Is this to my house that I bought that had a sky ship? Probably, yeah. And it actually has a bed too. I have not slept in a long time in this game. Alright, and then we're gonna save. And now I've got a new sky ship. It's all buffed up. Its handling is good. Hopefully that's what I hope it fixes. Because honestly, handling was the very annoying with this. So hopefully that is what the fix is. But yeah, we have a temporal time axe. I can now pick ore through time. Ore that is current and once was. Wait, where's this? Oh, that's just changing the picture. Oh, the worm. That's just a hand. I don't know who you are. There you go. That's the Amberian. I assume this is just a picture then, right? Yeah, this is in a warp. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well this is where I am going to end for the night then. And, well. Oh. Well, there's going to be a lot more to explore. There's going to be a bunch more sky islands. I don't actually know what the game wants me to find, but I have found some pretty neat things. Like, seriously, temporal pickaxe is such a cool idea. I also have some more upgrade stones, so I can actually upgrade some weapons. I need to find some more. I know I have some places I need to go back to once I have higher stats, which I'll be able to do soon. So, yeah. So, yeah, I guess this game is not over, and I will not be starting Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 tomorrow. Okay, I might start that during the day tomorrow, and then play this again during my normal time. Just because I do kind of want to get a move on and not keep dragging my feet. But so I might do that. Start streaming Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 during the day tomorrow, and then keep doing this during the evening. Because this is a very relaxing game to do at the evening, and I really do love the sense of exploration. And I don't have to, like, be too much, like, on... I don't have to have my gaming skills up. I just gotta have a cool, fun time exploring. And this really is a great exploration game. This really does feel really good. Like, finding out that that's an entire, like, dungeon and going inside the giant maw is such a fucking cool thing. Like, this game is just so much cool shit. I really like the setting and the stuff they've done here. This is awesome. And I hope there's a lot more that makes me this surprised and happy that we get to do it. Anyway, I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll stream a bit earlier, starting Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. And I'll be back at my normal time streaming this again. Anyway, have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you all tomorrow.